when I first saw this, I was horribly overwhelmed, but I'm just going to kind of walk you. This is the Japanese concept of Ikigai, or reason for living, as made into a Venn diagram by a Westerner who went to Japan and loved the Ikigai concept and then tried to make it easier for other people outside of Japan to understand it. So, so in terms of, should I do, is this piece of work I want to do, this result I want to create, this business I want to build? These are kind of the four dimensions to start thinking about. So first of all, start thinking about what you're good at, what comes easily to you, your talents, things that you do naturally that other people are like, oh my God, you're so good at that. And when they tell you, you can't believe them because it comes so easy to you. You're like, what are you talking about? And you downplay it. You downplay it. It's no big deal. No big deal at all. So easy. These are your talents. Important ingredient one. Important ingredient two, your passion, what you love to do. This is what gives you energy. This is what lights you up. This is what gets you out of bed in the morning. Things you're passionate about. Usually somewhere in there related to people. Usually, but not always. But it gives you energy. It's something that you want to integrate more into your life because it is a source. It is a source of energy. It is a source of power. Finally, your external world, what the world needs. The world needs a lot of stuff. So that's the good news. Good news is anything we can produce, probably the world needs, because it does need so much. So think about, I mean, if you go out onto the street, if you go into a local shop, if you ask anybody, what do you need? People will always tell you. So that's the third ingredient. The fourth ingredient is the monetization. So what will people actually pay you for? If you can line up these four things, it's a tricky balance. I'll be honest. I usually have like two or three out of the four kind of handled, and there's usually like one that's the weakest. And I find that when I talk to women, it's this one down here. What can I be paid for? We're really rubbish at asking for what we're worth. It's really hard for us to even ask the question, what would you pay for this? But if you focus on people's problems, like what are they challenged by, really challenged by, and listen, you start to realize, actually, I've got to ask the question, what's solving this problem? What's the value of it worth? Because maybe you can help. So if you start asking, oh, I hear you're really struggling with getting new customers. What would it be like? If you could solve that problem, if you could have 10 new customers today, how much would you be willing to pay to solve that problem? And that really helps open up the conversation.